Yo, what's going on, guys? This is TylerHouseOfKicks.com, and today we're going to quickly learn how to authenticate the Air Jordan 1 Union Chicago edition. And the shoe dropped a few days ago, and you know it's already fetching them astronomical prices on third-party marketplaces. So you know bootleggers are going to try and replicate this. So I was looking at this online review courtesy of Sneaker Guru Authentication. So I went ahead and took some screenshots and took out some of the most important things that you need to look at. All right, so let's get to that. So the first thing you want to look at is this. Like when you look at the shoe right off the bat, the first dead giveaway is just the toe, right? If you look, I'm going to show you a closer picture. If you look closely on the authentic pair, the toe is like white. And on the fake one, it's like a little brown. It's almost like tan. It's almost like dirty, all right? And if you also look at the tongue, and it's, the tongue, if you look at this portion of it, the stitching, it's Carolina blue on the authentic. And on the fake one, I'm not sure. The blue is like not really deep. It's almost like faded a little bit. Okay, let me minimize this picture. You're gonna see it. I'll show you a closer picture and then you're gonna see that. Okay, but the first thing you want to look at is the toe. I'm gonna show you a closer look at the toe and you see it. You see on the authentic again, it's white, completely white. On the fake one, it's like tinted with a little brown on top of it. And if you look at the edges here on the eye stay, I also wanted to point that out. On the authentic, it's not as thick as it is on the fake one. The fake one is really stacked, almost like double stacked on the fake one. You see on the edges here. All right. Next thing we're going to look at is the back. We're going to look at the back here. Now, if you look at the back again, the stitching is totally different. On the authentic, the zigzags between them, the spacing a little wider, they extend a little higher, and they're again of a different color of Carolina blue. It's like a little deeper than the fake one. On the fake one here, you can see how the stitching is not as wide, the zigzag not as wide between them. And also, I want you to look at on the heel here, on the liner here. Okay, it's really thick on the fake ones, really thick. Even on these edges here, look at the edge here. I want to show you here. See, on the authentic, you don't really see that. It's really thick on the fake ones. And if you look at the heel, I put one here for a purpose. Now this is like black and this is like ashy looking. And you also look at the ankle liner. It's much thicker on the fake one than it is on the authentic. And again, if you look at the red arrow here, look at this lining here, the lining here, right, is much thicker on the fake one. And if you also look at the gray color, which we're gonna see in another picture, the gray is not the same between the two pairs. This is almost like a little more glossy, and he has a different. It's not. This is not cool gray. It's a different kind of gray. I'm not sure what the gray is, but it's not the same. Now, next thing we're gonna look at again is we're gonna look at the tongue. If you look at the tongue here, right? If you look at the tongue, is much thicker on the fake one than it is on the authentic. Look, the foam here is really thick, which means a thick layer of foam in it. It is interesting, right? You would think that the authentic will have that, but that's not the case. And if you look at the gap between the fold here, there is much wide, slightly wider on the fake ones. And again, if you look at the stitching here, the color is not the same. The Carolina blue is a little deeper than it is on the fake one. All right. Next thing we're gonna look at is going to be the sides. If you look at the sides here, look at that. Again, a lot of things here. Look at the stitching. Again, the stitching here is on the authentic. The zigzags are like a little higher, okay? And the color is a little deeper than it is on the fake one. That's the first thing. So focus on the red arrow. And if you look at the gray on the ankle strap here, again, the gray color is not the same. Now you can tell that this gray here makes this Wings logo pop out more on the fake ones. Right, you can look at the gray. The gray is certainly not the same. That's something that you want to look at. And if you look at the top of the ankle here, again, this is black and this is like grayish looking. And the other thing that I want to show you is the sticker here, the UNLA sticker. Okay, it's almost like tucked under the ankle strap on the fake one, and on the authentic, it's much you see the U clearly, you see the L and then LA more clearly. So the next thing we're going to look at again is going to be the outsole. If you look at the outsole, the red here is much vibrant on the authentic than it is on the fake one. This is just something that you want to, again, if you see right off the bat, it's hard. Like if you don't have an authentic pair next to you, you won't be able to see it. But here we clearly see that. All right. Next thing we're going to look at is going to be the insoles. Now, if you look at the insoles, they're totally different, right? On the authentic here, see the prints are like more vivid They are almost faded on the fake one, and the color of the insole actually is not even the same. The graphics are a little more faded on the fake one than they are on the authentic. Okay, you can pause and just look at it yourself, and you can clearly see the differences. The next thing we're going to look at now is the packaging. So the box, first of all, the sizing is a size 12. The sizings are different, but if you look at the graphics here on the authentic, they are a little more faded and subtle on the authentic. You see, these are more faded, but on the fake ones, they are really, really like popping out. And if you look again at some of the graphics, they're incomplete on the fake one. You can't see the bottom of the Jordan, okay? And here you don't even see the shoe that he's wearing. And it's just things like that that you want to look for, okay? But the box is just the icing on the cake. You want to look at the shoe itself. Now, if you look at the box again, the 1985 Air Jordan 1 writing is bolder on the fake one than it is on the authentic, and the gap between the the label and the writing, the Nike logo, is again wider on the authentic than it is on the fake. Other thing that I want to show you, oh, actually, I didn't show you this one. Let's get to that. The rings on the boxes. Okay, this is like glossy on the fake one, and on the authentic is like matte. Okay, and the other thing that I want to show you also is the black light test. If you look at the black light, you can look at the stitching here. Glows on the authentic. It does not glow on the fake ones. So this is pretty much it, guys. So if you want to buy the authentic pair, I will have a link for you in the description. I'm sure the fake ones are going to come up with, and like I was saying, I'm sure the fake ones are going to come up with a new batch of fakes. So if you want to check more stuff like this, you can go on my website, howsokicks.com. I have a lot more information there. I have a lot more authentication videos there, authentication articles. If you want to just pause and read it, just go on howsokicks.com. Again, this is howsokicks.com. Now, please like this and subscribe to the channel, because I know it takes me time to like look at somebody else's video and kind of give you a recap of the most important things. All right, again, thanks for watching. This is Taib, and stay tuned for more stuff.